Well, guys, Eileen is, I have to admit, she's pretty much raised me. She came to see me early on when I started practice. And you call medicine practice because you practice, right? You just don't have it all figured out. And I want you to hear her story, but truly a testament of strength and grit, but also a story of hope and just gratitude, because it wasn't for a lack of trying. We just didn't have these tools when we started. So Eileen, love to have people hear your story.
All right, thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Eileen, and I'm just grateful that I'm able to be here in this capacity because I didn't know this was even possible. So basically, 26 years ago, almost, I was living my dream. I was having my third baby. I had this beautiful family. I had all these dreams of what I was going to do with my kids, and I was going to be the fun mom on the block, right? All the kids were going to come to my house and play, and they were going to call me mom, just like that's the mom I grew up with. And what I did is I found myself in a health crisis, and I found myself on this roller coaster of up and down, and I found myself not being the mom I wanted to be. And it was very challenging and emotionally challenging, and I couldn't run with them. I couldn't make plans. I mean, I already forgot her name with the pirate ship. That was such a great analogy. But I couldn't make plans for the future because I never knew if I was going to wake up having a good day or a bad day. I was afraid of food and my environment because I didn't know what would tick off my body and create another crisis for me. And so basically, I started into naturopath. I did the medical world. I tried to blend them. I did multiple therapies, and I wasn't promised a good outcome. I was promised by my medical doctor that we're just trying to stabilize you, not trying to keep you from getting worse. That was their only goal for me, and that just doesn't give you much hope. And I will tell you, to be honest, after 15 years, I put my dreams in the corner. I said, this isn't the life I was going to live, but I'm going to be happy where I am. I'm going to figure things out and just be okay with being in this space. And what that looked like was I did one task at a time and rested. If I made dinner, there was no cleaning it up. If I went to the store, I could only go to one store at a time because I had to hurry back home. I would come back home and be out the rest of the day. I mean, it was just, I lived on the couch about 9 hours a day and went to bed. So let's fast forward. So 15 years, I gave up. I said, I can't handle any more disappointment. 2 years later is when Dr. Brimhall found these products, and we started them on my daughter, and then I started on them. And I couldn't believe it. Within a few weeks, I found myself having more energy. I found myself being able to drive at night again. I found myself being able to do more than one task. And I was in a lot of unbelief, I'll just tell you, because I'd done so many things. After about 2 years, I finally started to believe that this was amazing. And it wasn't just a short-term fix. It wasn't just, oh, this is going to work for this amount of time and then it's going to drop off. This was something that was actually elevating my life and my quality and my hope for the future. As one of the doctors said, as each product has come out, I've added them, and they have taken my health to another level and to another level. And I'm just blown away because where I was I could have sworn to you there's a cap on healing, or there's a cap on your health. Excuse me, I meant to say that. There's a cap on your health. I don't believe that anymore. I believe that the body is a miracle and it can explode. So let's fast forward to last year when Collagen came out. I'm doing great. I'm spending all day vertical and not on the couch. I was not excited about Collagen. Hair, skin, and nails. Okay, I want body function. I want quality of life. And I started on the Collagen, and over the years, as you can see, I've lost the ability to raise my right hand. I walk with a limp. I'm blind in one of my eyes due to the process I've been in. But here's the thing. My Dr. Brad and my physical therapist said, your muscle tone. And I actually noticed hydration almost immediately in my body. And I found myself being able to walk better. I found myself being motivated to actually exercise. And I actually am exercising and being able to do things. But here's the best part of all, you guys. I have my first grandbaby. She's going, oh my gosh, she's going to be 2 years old next month. I have been able to babysit my grandbaby. The old Eileen would have had to be propped up on a couch with a pillow to even hold her as an infant. I have been so blessed to be able to interact with her, to be able to babysit her, and now honestly, she can outrun me, you guys. So, but I get to be with her. I can get down and off of the floor. I get to be here, and I'm so grateful for that. And so, thank you, Brett.
Wow. So Eileen, love you. I mean, I am here probably still partially because of your story. Like when I saw that little guy I'd working with his, you know, struggle with behavior and learning, I called her first. She's one of the first people because I've struggled with trying to help her. It wasn't for a lack of desire or her part of trying. Like we just didn't know what else to do. And so if you're someone like that, just wondering what if, well, what I can tell you is that whatever level of quality of life you currently have right now, it's a result of how well your systems are functioning. And if you're not doing activation, in my opinion, you're not living your full potential yet, but you got to give it time. So especially in like, depending on what tissue type, you know, what part of your body is struggling and functioning, like if it's intestinal, you'll probably feel some change sooner than that. But with Eileen, it was neurological. There was neurological stuff going on. Like she'd lost her vision, her night vision. She wasn't driving at night anymore. Like there were just things happening based on nerve function. And so what happened with the Nrf2 is she started, like all of a sudden she was going to my meetings and she was showing up at night driving. I'm like, what are you doing? Because somehow her body was doing things to where somehow with the Nrf2, the enzymes are being produced where her body was able to catch up. So we all have bills and we all make money some way. But if your bills outweigh your money coming in, you're going to live a lower lifestyle than you may want to. So inside your body is no different. The rate of healing is a result of how much extra you have. And so what I love about Eileen's story is that the Nrf2 got us to a point because her body was making the glutathione and the superoxidation, these big enzymes to help you repair faster, better than what we were doing before because we were trying to supplement. We were trying to give her the ingredients to help her body make it, but we weren't turning on the switches, the ovens to make that. With Nrf2, we could now do that and not guess about it, right? And then using the axial to specifically help how the brain integrates. And then when the collagen came out, like, then she started gaining muscle strength and function back that we didn't know was possible, right? To where she was able to put weight on a leg and lift herself out of the pool. Like watching her play with her grandbaby, which her grandbaby does not like me so much anymore. Like I work on the baby goes better after I work on her, but she doesn't always like me, right? But she can take care of her, right? So collagen with activated collagen, and we talk about that muscle push for Jesse. For Jesse, yeah, he can lift 405 pounds. Friggin' amazing. Right? I think it's awesome. But Eileen can lift her grandbaby. Right? She can lift her grandbaby because her collagen structures are being formed in such a way where now there's more strength and elasticity in those tissues where she can now like be able to feel stable to lift that grandbaby up. That's powerful. Right. So no matter where you are, and the other thing she said, she started noticing hydrated. If you're one of those people that are drinking water all the time and never feel hydrated, it's probably a collagen issue. It may not be an electrolyte issue. Without enough collagen fibers, you cannot hold on to water molecules. Like that's partly what you need. Like you have to have those collagen molecules hooked together in order to hold on to hydration. Otherwise, they don't hold on. That's why people can drink a ton of water, let alone if your intestinal tract doesn't have enough collagen, it can't form the tight junctions where it can absorb water. So there's so many, I mean, I go so many places with Eileen's story because we've watched her body be able to repair in different ways because it's activated. And we don't know what that ceiling is. One of the biggest concerns I always have for anybody, especially with that have gone through processes where maybe they've been diagnosed with autoimmunity of some kind, is when's the next flare up and how bad will it be? Right? And what's a blessing, like how many years now, Eileen? 8? 8 years. and she'd been through a hell of a lot of stress. I apologize that word, but like, it's crazy. And every time before, she'd have a flare up. Right. So that's the power of activation, and the collagen has just allowed all that to just blend together. Where now we can rebuild all those structures. 30% of your protein structures in your body is collagen. So if you're not taking an activated collagen, like you cannot rebuild those tissues to the level you could.